watching North Alabama's news leader, News 19 This Morning.
Well, good morning. It is 6:30. You are looking at a live look of downtown Huntsville. It is a gorgeous sunrise there. You can see some clouds in the distance, though, and clouds are going to be something that we're going to be seeing in our future. Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Ben Smith because there is a lot to talk about weather-wise today.
Yeah, Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, that's when we need to pay attention to the radar. Strong gusty winds, possible tornadoes across all of North Alabama and southern Middle Tennessee. This is the updated Storm Prediction Center outlook, and notice the red. That is a moderate risk for severe thunderstorms. That's a level 4 out of 5 that does include West Alabama. Everybody else is under an enhanced risk. No matter what color you are, you're going to see strong gusty winds, possible tornadoes coming up tomorrow. So again, gusty winds, rainfall upwards of 1 to 2 inches, possible tornadoes. And even during the day tomorrow, there will be gusty winds upwards of 50 miles per hour before the actual main line moves through later on tomorrow. Multiple ways to get warnings as we continue through our severe weather season. That QR code, you can download our Live Alert 19 app. Make sure your location is turned on, your alerts are turned on, so it'll ping you when we have watches and warnings. And of course, NOAA Weather Radio with batteries in it just in case the power goes out. We could have some power outages even during the day tomorrow with those non-severe thunderstorm winds coming up on Wednesday afternoon. Right now, we're at 50 degrees from 565 at Greenbrier Road. Feels good outside, and our temperatures are going to warm up in a hurry today. We'll be at 57 degrees by 10 o'clock. No issues for the kids at the bus stop today. No issues for the kids getting home from school later on this afternoon. But we are quiet across the southeast, ridge of high pressure down to our south. Look at the temperatures today, mid to upper 70s. One of the warmer days we've had this month, and we'll talk about Wednesday evening. Closer look at that timeline for those severe thunderstorms coming up in just a moment.
All right, thank you, Ben. And here is your first alert traffic report. We're starting off with a look of Governor's Drive, and this is a little bit of a different view than we normally see. You can see traffic moving well. A lot of vehicles on the road, but moving very well over there. Unfortunately, that is not the case everywhere this morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Waze map here. Wilson Street Northeast in Decatur. A minor accident being reported. This is just as vehicles get over the bridge heading into Decatur. Unfortunately, there is also some traffic associated with that wreck. University Drive Northwest, there is a wreck also being reported there. This is near Research Park Boulevard Northwest. And in Pulaski Pike in Huntsville, we are still seeing reports of this wreck over there. There's also some traffic this morning. Mooresville Road near Greenbrier. Heavy traffic that is also bleeding onto Huntsville Browns Ferry Road. And we're also seeing an issue on Jordan Lane where it intersects 565. Let's go ahead now and take a look at the pumps. Alabama is averaging a penny down from Monday at $4 a gallon of regular fuel. While in North Alabama, the Huntsville-Madison area, also a penny down, sitting at $3.97 per gallon. We'll take the prices going down, even if it's a little bit. And while prices in the Shoals area, those remain at $3.94. Over in Northeast Alabama, prices there also seeing no change today, averaging around $3.96 per gallon. And for people in southern Middle Tennessee, the state average there sitting at $4.01 a gallon. In Franklin County, drivers are seeing $4.02 at the pumps, while those in Lincoln are seeing $3.96 a gallon.
Well, take a look at your screen. The Sardis Police Department needs your help finding this missing infant, 4-month-old Helen Rose Patterson, last seen on the 24th of March around noon in the area of Shadowbrook Circle with her mother. Anyone with information about where Helen may be is asked to call 911. We do have this photo and more information at our website, WHNT.com. And we have an update on a story we first told you about yesterday. 2 men are facing charges after one person was stabbed and another shot Sunday at the Huntsville apartment complex off Zierdt Road. Osama Simpson and Kevin Hunter were both interviewed before being arrested and charged for the incident at the Colonial Grand at Edgewater Apartments. Simpson was charged with first-degree robbery and first-degree assault. Hunter was charged with first-degree robbery. Both were taken to the Madison County Jail.
The Huntsville Downtown Rescue Mission is collecting hams for the annual Good Friday Easter Banquet. That banquet happening April 15th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The mission is collecting hams until 5 p.m. Thursday, April 14th. Anyone can drop off a ham Monday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at their location on Evangel Drive in Huntsville. The banquet will be open to anyone in need and include sides and desserts.
Well, today is National Vietnam Veterans Day.
It's a day where Americans unite to honor Vietnam veterans and their families for their service and sacrifice. News 19's Hannah Jones joins us live with details on an event local organizations are hosting today to honor these veterans. Hannah.
Well, Kelly and Steve, in just a couple of hours, people will gather here behind me at the Veterans Memorial in downtown Huntsville to celebrate the 5th annual Vietnam War Veterans Day. Now, the Vietnam War Veterans Recognition Act of 2017 was signed into law by former President Trump, and it designates March 29th as National Vietnam War Veterans Day. This day joins 6 other military-centric annual observations, and March 29th was the chosen day because it was the day in 1973 the United States Military Assistance Command Vietnam was disestablished and the day the last U.S. combat troops departed Vietnam. So now, today honors all veterans who served on active duty in the U.S. Armed Forces at any time from November 1st, 1955 until May 15th, 1975. So to celebrate, the members of the Vietnam Veterans of America chapter in Huntsville will gather at the Veterans Memorial downtown from 9 until 12. The event will begin with a meet and greet with donuts and coffee, and then the main program starts at 10 and will wrap up with hot dogs from Henry's Cafe. This is the first time the event has taken place since 2020 because of the pandemic. Now, I will be at the event today and will bring you all the latest on News 19 this afternoon. Live in Huntsville, Hannah Jones, News 19.
All right, Hannah, one of Broadway's more recent hits will be making its way to the Whole Backstage Theater in Guntersville this weekend. The theater will present Sister Act from April 1st through April 10th. The show, based on the 1992 film of the same name, the musical first opened on the West End in 2009, followed by a Broadway run in 2011. For show times, prices, and more information, you can find all of that at our website, WHNT.com. Just search Sister Act.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a bill into law that forbids instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity in kindergarten through 3rd grade. The Republican governor signed the measure Monday following a news conference at a preparatory school. Critics say the law marginalizes LGBTQ people and have labeled it the Don't Say Gay measure. It has drawn intense scrutiny from LGBTQ advocates, students, national Democratic politicians, the White House, and the entertainment industry. DeSantis and Republicans have repeatedly said the law is reasonable.
We're talking about classroom curriculum. There are different issues that will come up in the course. Kids will have questions on as they get older. I think, honestly, these kids probably aren't at that stage yet, but as you do. And so it's focused on the type of curriculum that we've shown here, which is not appropriate for these young kids.
The law went into effect just days after DeSantis signed a separate bill that potentially restricts which books elementary school students can keep in their libraries for use or instruction. Georgia is trying to sharply reduce tax breaks for film and television productions that have been credited with transforming the state into one of the world's biggest filming hubs. The film industry tax credit essentially pays film companies to work there. As the industry expanded, so did Georgia jobs, but so too did the state's obligation to subsidize the industry, which a state economist says was worth $200 per household in 2019 and expanded to $330 per household 2 years later. The Senate proposal also would cap the film tax credit at $900 million annually and ban film companies from selling the tax credits they can't use to others. Currently, there is no cap on the state's film subsidy.
Well, according to the Associated Press, Tennessee Governor Bill Lee plans to propose $500 million in bonds in the state budget to help fund a new covered Tennessee Titans stadium envisioned for Nashville. It is scheduled for a public discussion today in front of state lawmakers. The Titans have gone from trying to modernize the existing Nissan Stadium to working on plans for a new stadium right next door after renovation costs more than doubled to $1.2 billion. The Gulf of Mexico poses its own dangers to boaters and ship captains, but what happens when vessels catch fire? Monday morning, the Pensacola Fire Department showed off its new maritime fire training simulator designed to teach firefighters how to put out fires on sea craft. The simulator, designed like a tugboat and mimics possible hazards on ships like an engine or a cooking fire. This is the only maritime live fire trainer in the region.
Don't accidentally do that well. We have to practice that and be prepared. This provides our firefighters with the ability to train for shipboard firefighting, which is a very unique type of firefighting because of the construction of a large vessel or ship. It gives our firefighters an opportunity to come out here and practice so that when they see that real event, they'll be prepared.
And the simulator can also be used for teaching, rappelling, and rope rescues. It will be used for a variety of firefighter training for both Pensacola Fire Department and other fire departments throughout the area. City fire officials are hopeful the simulator will save lives. Now, the saga continues for what many call the slap heard across the world. The latest on Will Smith and the 2022 Oscars when we come back for News 19 this morning.
And dry for now, but here comes an impressive frontal boundary, and that front is headed our way. A closer look at the timeline for severe thunderstorms around here coming up. We will keep you posted. Otherwise, it's going to be a nice weekend coming up.
All right, Ben, attorneys for some of those killed and injured during last year's deadly Astroworld Festival are alleging rapper Travis Scott has violated a gag order issued in lawsuits they filed in an effort to influence possible jurors ahead of a potential trial. Earlier this month, Scott announced an initiative that includes funding for an effort to address safety challenges for festivals and large-scale events. Bob Hilliard, an attorney representing the family of the youngest person to die from injuries during the festival, says Scott's announcement on concert safety zeroes in on an issue that is the focus of the suits and ongoing investigations. Scott's attorneys say preventing him from speaking on this or any other issue would violate his constitutional rights. Actor Will Smith apologized to Chris Rock late Monday afternoon, stating that his behavior was out of line and not indicative of the man I want to be. Smith's apology comes after he upstaged himself Sunday night while he ultimately took home the Best Actor statue at the Oscars. The moment everyone's talking about is the slap heard around the world. CBS's Danya Bacchus has more.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked out of me.
Nearly 24 hours after the televised slap of Chris Rock by Will Smith at the Oscars, Will Smith has issued an apology. On Monday evening, Smith posted a statement on Instagram saying in part, "Violence in all its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear." He goes on to say, "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong."
G.I. Jane 2.
The shocking Oscar moment came after Chris Rock made a joke about Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, who shaved her head because she has alopecia. Less than an hour later, Smith reached the pinnacle of his acting career, winning his first Oscar for the film King Richard. Smith gave an emotional speech in which he seemed to defend his actions.
Love will make you do crazy things.
On Monday, the Academy condemned Smith's outburst and started a formal review of the incident, saying it will explore further action and consequences in accordance with our bylaws, standards of conduct, and California law. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And everyone's favorite Caped Crusader just had a movie come out earlier this month, and now fans are shifting focus to one of his sidekicks set to debut later this year. In The Heights star Leslie Grace is poised to portray Barbara Gordon, a.k.a. the Batgirl, in an upcoming movie. While it's unclear exactly when the film will be arriving, a recent social media post from the star herself shows it shouldn't be too much longer now. In an Instagram post, Grace reveals that Batgirl is on its last week of filming, with spectators expecting the release to be this winter. And fans of the CW's Stargirl will see a fresh new face on the show's upcoming season. Season 2 of DC's Stargirl introduced Jenny, the daughter of Alan Scott, whose alter ego is the Green Lantern in Season 3. Now her brother is added to the series as well. On Monday, the CW announced that Tim Gabriel has been cast as Alan Scott's son, Todd Bryce, aka Obsidian. Gabriel is best known for his appearances on the series Better Things, CBS's SWAT, and Why Women Kill. Filming on Season 3 of DC Stargirl wrapped up just a few weeks ago.
Okay, you've got to have a flow chart to keep all these people and their relationships and what kind of superpowers they have, or even if they're superpower. We had a little argument during the commercial break
we did.
about Batgirl is just like Batman is a regular person who is a crime fighter. They don't have superpowers.
They're just a hero, not a superhero.
Yeah, they're heroes.
I think you're totally right about that flow chart. There are so many different series.
Well, I mean, an AKA. What is your AKA name? What are you also known as?
Right. What are you also known as, Steve?
Hey, you.
I know. I was like, I don't know. Hey, you's over here. So.
Okay. Anyway.
Just a hero, not a superhero over here.
No. I'm not even a hero. Anyway, we will heroically take a commercial break and we'll be back.